Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I've got another best class setup video for you today. We're rolling with the HVK-30, and I had a couple people ask me in the comment sections of a few of my videos what my HVK class setup was and how I just beasted with it. So I thought that today I would share with you guys my class setup and what I use on it and what I think will personally make it a better gun and just be able to do really well overall. If you guys have watched a lot of my gameplays, you'll notice that the HVK is in a lot of them, and this is personally a gun that I really don't even like that much. Like, if you don't know, the XR2 is my favorite gun in the whole game, and the KN44 is probably my second favorite gun, and the HVK is just a gun that I've never really liked, but whenever I use it, I do really well with it, and that's how I know that it's a good gun, because I don't like it and I still manage to do well with it. And that's what I seem to do really well with in a lot of my gameplay. So I thought that I would share with you the best class setup that I use with my HVK-30. So the class setup that I run with this thing is an ELO sight, quick draw, stock, and long barrel. And then my perks are Ghost, Blast Suppressor, and Dead Silence. So let's talk about that first off. A lot of people give me a lot of crap about running an ELO sight. You know, people say, you know, why not just run a red dot? What's the difference? And I like the ELO sight better. I think maybe the M8 is the only thing that I'll use a regular red dot sight on. But the ELO sight, I just feel more free with the weapon. When I use a red dot sight, if I aim down sight, I feel like I feel so enclosed. I feel claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone's in front of me and I zoom in that red dot sight, I feel like if they're not in that red dot sight, I'm going to die. Like if they're not there, I'm dead. With the ELO sight, because it's more open near the top, I just feel like I have a much better chance of hitting someone. It just makes me feel more open when running around with the weapon. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but that's why I like running the ELO sight really a lot, because it makes me feel more open, makes me feel like I can shoot people even if they're jumping around and they get behind me or something. It feels more like iron sights rather than a red dot, but it still gives the same effect as a red dot. That's why I like it. I'm running quick draw, stock, and long barrel. Quick draw and stock are absolute must for me in Call of Duty nowadays. It does not matter what gun I'm using. Personally, I think every gun, you know, shotguns absolutely, submachine guns absolutely, assault rifles absolutely, snipers I don't really use a lot, light machine guns definitely. I always run quick draw and stock just so I have that extra advantage to be able to shoot someone just that much quicker. Stock, I've become accustomed to that since since Modern Warfare 3, when they first put it in, where you could aim down sight and move quicker while looking around. It just makes it so much easier, especially nowadays with people like on Black Ops 3 that can just boost jump 20 feet in the air when you start shooting at them. Stock comes in really clutch because people are always moving and jumping around away from your bullets. So quick draw and stock are an absolute necessity for me. Now there's a couple other ways you can go with this next attachment. I always run long barrel just because the HVK has the highest fire rate in the entire game, but it also has one of the worst distances. Like, you cannot shoot anyone from far away with this thing unless you burst it, and you're very perfect, you're very accurate. And I just always run long barrel just because I always get in gunfights that are more long distance, and because I have an assault rifle, I want to be able to compete in those long distance gunfights. I don't want to feel like I'm running around with a submachine gun. So I run long barrel so that I have that advantage. The disadvantage is that I notice a lot with the HVK that I tend to not kill people a lot. And the reason for that is that HVK has one of the lowest damage rates in the game. That is because it's got such a high fire rate. Obviously, to make it not overpowered, you got to have a low damage rate. So I find myself shooting people a lot first and end up dying still. So one thing that I used to run a lot was rapid fire, and another substitute for that is high caliber. I don't normally run high caliber just because I feel like if I'm shooting at someone's head, if I'm getting that headshot, I feel like I'm gonna kill them quicker either way. So that's why I like running rapid fire, just because if I have rapid fire and long barrel on at the same time, like, sure, I can still get that distance, but then I can also compete with people that are really up close to me, like with maybe a submachine gun or a shotgun. So what I used to do is I used to not run Ghost, right? I used to not be paranoid about people knowing exactly where I was. So I used to not run Ghost, and I would get rid of that, and then I would replace that for an extra attachment, and that's when I would run rapid fire, long barrel, quick draw, and stock. But I run Ghost, Blast Suppressor, and Dead Silence just because I'm absolutely obsessed with being extremely quiet on this game now. I don't want to be seen, especially when playing like Team Deathmatch or Domination. I try my hardest to stay off the radar, and with a headset nowadays, everyone has headsets, so I try to be really quiet with Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor. But anyway, guys, that's my class setup. That's how I managed to do really well with the HVK. Try it out. I'm telling you, you'll probably beast with it. Try out some of the other attachments that I mentioned as well, like high caliber, rapid fire. Run some different things to find out what you're best with. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully it will help you out a little bit. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.